All right,
we're now live. Okay,
we're back.
Here we go.
Y'all are ready for 14 more Disney movies.
Number.
You have to wait for people to get here.
No, we're moving on.
Oh.
Log back in or fucking move on with your life.
Yep.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're right. That's fair.
Someone hanged themselves on It's a Small World.
Okay.
And just caught it all on camera.
If it says false, I don't believe it.
False!
That's not true. There's
very
literally
well documented.
pictures of it.
It's very well documented, and this was never a true case.
I literally... What? Who wrote this article? Disney?
Hello, Google.com.
HelloGiggles.com. Well, I don't believe them.
Alright, here's number 3. A paraplegic man got stuck on It's Small World and had to listen to the song on loop for 30 minutes straight.
That's, like, not that deep.
Wait.
Okay.
What even was it?
Gene.
What was the thing?
That a guy got stuck on It's a Small World and had to listen to the music for 30 minutes.
I mean, that sounds plausible.
Okay, and then, let's say it's true. How much? Matt says, accept my live request.
I did.
Yeah, we just did.
I did. We're waiting for you to
And,
join it.
alright, so let's say let's say it's true.
Okay.
How much was the paraplegic man awarded for his troubles?
$3 million.
$8,000. Good try.
That's it?
Oh.
Yep, that's it.
So it is true.
You know what? That's better than $0.
That's so true. It at least pays for
Here's
you to get
myth
in the
number
park.
4.
Matt, we are literally waiting for you to join.
Not just
It just says
fucking
waiting.
Myth number 4. A welder died building Pirates of the Caribbean and still haunts the ride today.
Wow.
I say it's
True
true.
or false?
True.
I think it's true, but you're going to say false.
It says false.
Like, I don't like when Nick does scary stuff because, like, he doesn't believe in it.
It does.
Matt, I am adding you to the live. Get with
Number
that.
5. Ready?
Yeah.
Number 5. The Tower of Terror is haunted by a dead employee as well.
I mean, obviously, yes, but you're going to say it's fucking false.
And it says definitely false.
Nick, I feel like all of these are going to be false.
Yeah, like,
I already
based on
said
who?
one true one.
Yeah, that was the dumbest one.
Okay.
Alright, here's number 6.
Okay.
There's an abandoned theme park in Florida that is straight out of your nightmares.
That's true.
That's literally it?
It's an old Disney theme park. It's not open anymore.
Here we go.
Oh, the island?
It's true. River Country, a water park that
Yep.
preceded Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach in Orlando, still exists in an area near Magic Kingdom called Bay Lake. It operated between 1976 and 2001, and along with Discovery Island, holds the honor of being one of 2 Disney parks abandoned by Disney.
Ooh.
What?
What does that mean?
I mean, like, you know exactly what it means, but, like, you don't know what it means.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah,
Okay.
two brothers, I think, went there and snuck into that. They, like, in the dark of night, swam to that island.
That's scary. Okay, next one.
Alright,
there
I'm
a
going
water
to skip 7. This is boring.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to read this one.
Okay.
Number 8. The personalities of the dwarf characters in Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs represent the 7 stages of cocaine addiction.
No.
True or false?
False.
Sure. Yeah. True.
Alright, so we've got a true and a false. Matt, tiebreaker.
I'm guessing it's false.
It's correct. That is false.
I mean, literary interpretations are literally open for interpretations. Like, you could say that, and I'd believe you.
Okay. Here's number 9.
Okay.
It's almost worse. Number 9. Walt Disney left millions for the first man to ever become pregnant.
What does that even mean? No.
The first
Why are you
man
saying it like that?
pregnant will get millions of dollars.
Oh, you're saying...
If he becomes pregnant,
Oh,
he gets millions of dollars.
I thought you were saying a man was already pregnant and he gave them dollars.
No. It's a promise from Walt Disney.
I don't know.
I
Is that
was
true or false?
I think it's
False.
true.
It's very false, it says.
I don't know, why not?
Well, apparently, lots of reasons. Very false.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm not going to read them.
Violent racist. Who's a violent racist?
Okay, number 10. The Haunted Mansion ride used to be
My
so
fave.
scary that a guest died of heart attack.
False.
Yeah, I would say that's probably false.
False!
Oh my
Nope.
God, do you guys
Haunted
think the Walt
Mansion
Disney
has
pedestal
pretty much
thing?
always been as scary as it is right now.
Haunted Mansion is my favorite ride.
I only
All-time
went
fave.
on it once, and I got as far as the lobby, and I started crying, and my dad had to take me out an emergency exit. I love scary things. It's so fun.
It's
All right.
such a good
Granted,
ride.
I was like 6, so like,
Number 11. No, number 12. A woman was groped by one of the 3 little pigs.
I'm going to say
what does
that's
that
true.
even mean? False.
The little pig groped a woman.
What's a little pig?
The 3 little pigs. One of the little pigs.
It must have been a character.
I don't know.
There's
I'm going to say true.
workers?
there was a
Workers.
Little Pigs cartoon. I'm sure at some point they were characters in the park dressed up.
I have a picture of them.
True.
Sam thinks they touched someone they shouldn't have touched.
I bet they were certainly accused.
Gene, you're such an icon. Thanks.
All right, Jane,
All the
answer
hair
the
right
question about the 3 little pigs.
Were the 3 little pigs men?
Nope.
Then they're probably trash, and they probably did it.
So you think yes.
I say true.
The answer is false.
Well, I'm sure it happened at some point.
Are all of these going to be false?
Nick, these are dumb.
This next one is half true.
Okay.
Winnie the Pooh and Tigger have attacked children.
That's it.
What?
That's
How
it.
is it half true?
I don't know.
Yes?
Because I'm sure one of them has.
Yep.
Only Tigger has.
I bet Winnie the Pooh did it.
You think?
Yeah.
Hold on.
He seems like he's ready to boil over at any
It
second.
was Winnie the Pooh. It was the actor wearing Winnie the Pooh costume, and it was
Nailed
intentionally hitting the little girl while wearing his costume.
We're not tired. It's
Wow.
literally just the way Nick did my makeup.
Hey, who said that?
I don't know.
Call them out.
No.
Who
Hey.
said it?
No.
Who
it's
said
true.
that?
Six
Who
Parks,
said it?
6 Parks said it, and she's
6
right.
Sparks.
We
You
do
can
look
log
tired.
off for good. See you later.
Okay, Nick obviously has no say in this live. He's just a guest, so. Shudder.com is free during the pandemic if you like horror movies. I'm gonna You know what, Colton?
What
Get
did he
off
say?
the fucking live then. Whose side are you on?
Mine.
Because literally, in the history of our lives, you've been on my fucking side. Okay?
What? What did he say?
Yo, if Colton had to pick between you and me, you know 100% he would pick me.
No, you pick me.
You guys want to fight? Yeah, Colton, I want to fight. Nyx?
It is that next.
All right, well, guess who's not coming to your wedding?
Thank
Me.
you,
And then
Bard.
guess who also is not coming to your wedding if I don't go? This asshole.
You know who that leaves room for?
Matt, he doesn't even know you.
What do you mean? I know Colton.
You do?
Yeah, we had
Oh, yeah.
came over for
Remember,
Christmas.
we together that one time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're still not.
A big laugh riot.
Team Jean for life. Thank you. 100% Team Jean. I know. Like, thanks.
Matt's the backup. I'm back up in it even now.
Or crazy Disney theme park shit. Let's do like some hardcore questions.
You keep saying that and no one's asking.
It's just like no Team Jean.
What do you
Everybody's
want?
Team Jean.
What do you want them to ask you?
I don't know. You know. Plot twist. Matt knows Colton. Team Jean. Thank you. Team Sam. Get out. Like, do you even know what you're doing here? 6 Park wants to fight you.
Okay.
I guarantee you would win.
Sometimes, you know what? I kind of feel bad. People like when people are talking like Stash Game is fire right now. I kind of feel bad because it's like not. It's kind of.
You need to step it up.
I can't wait to take some Benadryl tonight.
But one thing you
Really
never
pass
do
out. PTFO.
I will never spend New Year's Eve in Times Square. That's one thing in
Ugh,
New York I will
no,
never do.
Jesus. What a nightmare.
If you had to play a Disney princess besides Ariel, who would it be? First of all, I would never play Ariel because she's Second of all, I would probably be Belle. Oh, fine. I mean, which of you would die first and last in a horror movie? Answer the Disney question.
I would go Jasmine.
Hot.
That would be fun. Have like a tiger for a pet.
Would you two switch lives for a day? Totally. I mean, I feel like we'd basically
not?
do the same
Yeah.
thing. We pretty much do the same thing. Nick, stop! Who would die first in a horror movie? I feel like I would. I feel like I'd just crawl into a ball and like accept it. You know?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard-hitting question.
What?
When was your rock bottom, if you've had one?
Oh, that is a good question.
That's like a pretty deep conversation to be had, at least for mine.
I mean, you don't have to explain what it was.
Y'all know mine.
Do I know yours?
I would think so. We've talked about mine. It started with passing out on the side of the interstate.
It starts about what?
Starts with passing out on the side of the interstate. No, she don't know.
I don't. I thought it was something else.
What'd you
But
say?
apparently that's not rock
She
bottom.
got it confused with something else.
Oh.
I'll text
No,
it to you.
this was
I'll
like-
text it to you.
No.
Gee, you know this, don't you?
No.
What?
Yeah, you know this. He's told you this.
No, I
I've told.
do it. I've never heard this before in my life.
What?
I've never heard this before in my life.
That can't be true.
I haven't.
Bart is asking for story time, so let's get on.
I mean, like, that's just like, I don't know. My lowest in my life is probably after Nick and I broke up. And I literally sat in bed for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. That was,
That was scary.
was it like, was it 18 pounds?
Snatched.
Snatched.
I,
Yeah, that was the worst.
I don't.
You were
I don't
pretty.
know.
You know what, Samantha? It's maybe not as low, but you were pretty low after Bat Out of Hell
Yeah.
got canceled.
Yeah, that was a hard time.
That was a pretty tough time.
Nick.
Yeah. That was pretty low.
Nick, what was your lowest? Nick's like always pretty high up there.
Pretty happy.
Good for you.
I was waiting for him to say when you guys got back together.
Please, he came literally groveling at my fucking feet. Okay.
What did he say? What did he say?
Nothing. It's true. I mean, it's like, Jerome.
Feeling pretty sick for a couple weeks.
We all have tattoos except for Nick.
Nick, what is the lowest that you felt in your life?
Yeah, I was feeling like I had a cold a couple months ago.
You're such a piece of shit. Like, what's one thing you would change about Nick and Matt? I would make sure that Nick had more feelings than literally just the one.
What's my one emotion? Happiness. No, I'm good.
Doesn't get angry, doesn't really get sad. It's just literally right here all the time.
Oh, that's true. Bart said when my mom was sick.
Oh.
That's a good point, Bart.
And we were broken up then.
Good call, Bart.
A lot happening. Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, I was bad. My mom had a heart attack for those two. Obviously, no one knows except for Bart.
I mean, you can say it. It's not a fucking secret.
No, I know. I'm clarifying.
Someone way back when asked what an interstate was.
The fuck is an interstate? It's like a highway, kind of.
Yeah, it's a highway.
Question: what's an interstate?
Interstate.
Yeah.
But
So
it's-
what happened was, I'm pretty sure it was it Eisenhower? I'm pretty sure it was Eisenhower did a huge public works program in America in order to develop jobs and help build infrastructure. So he created a road that goes roads that go all the way across the country in order to mobilize the military, but they did it under the guise of a public works program.
So somebody asked if I would ever move to Connecticut. And,
yeah, post World War II.
I really want to move to Washington Depot.
Someone said, is Nick an emotionless rock? That's pretty rude.
I wouldn't call him a rock, but he's definitely emotionless.
I'm prettier than a rock. You know? That I'm prettier than a rock, Sam.
Do y'all have any tattoos? Matt and I are the only... No, Sam has one now.
Sam has one.
Yes, Sam has one. I have two. Matt has one. Nick doesn't have any. So yes. We're skipping that one because... Oh yeah, Colton, yeah. Do you think you could survive the Hunger Games?
No.
No.
I would probably be the first to die.
I could do it. I could do it. You know?
We've answered the what's your biggest fear about 1,000 times. Everyone's biggest fear is death.
Your worst regret you've done in your life. We kind of already talked about that earlier.
I think someone asked that in our first live earlier. There's a guy I dated in college that was not so great.
I mean, truly. Places you want to go once quarantine is over. I really want to go back to London.
I just want to go back to my job.
Okay.
Is there tea? What?
You know, like tea, like spill the tea. There's tons of tea. You just have to ask the right question.
Yeah.
Matt, did we ask for a history lesson?
Just trying to provide.
Gina's so done. I mean, Nick has many emotions. A lot of them are happy. Colton, if you defend him one more fucking time,
Yes, Bart!
I will make your fiance break up with you. I can do it. Like, don't start.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. Have you ever gone to your 10-year high school reunion yet? I don't think we had one. Well, ours would technically be this year.
I think that's not going to happen.
I don't think it's happening. Even before coronavirus, I don't think it was going to happen anyway. So no.
I'm coming up on a different reunion.
What's that?
What's
It's
that?
It's after 10.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not 15 either.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, my next reunion will be my 20.
Oh yeah, he already has 15.
I already have my 15. I didn't go, but I already had a 15-year high school reunion.
Oh, he's old.
Wow. Best and worst subjects when in high school.
You definitely have. Oh, Bart says 10 year definitely happened. It's on Facebook. They're trying to put it together, but I'm definitely not going.
Well, I never got the invite, and I don't think I was going to go. I feel like nobody's going to be able to go.
Math was my worst subject. Anything art was probably always my best.
Math was my worst, and English was my best.
Is it what subject you would be good and bad at now or in high school?
No, it's
when you were in high school.
When you were in high school, the one that you were the best at and the one you were the worst at.
I was really good at creative writing. And I did very poorly in physics.
God, that's really hard. I didn't even make it that far.
I think.
Best was math and science, and his worst was English.
Yeah.
What languages do y'all speak besides English?
English.
English?
Nihongo.
I'm learning French right now.
I'm working
On
on
Spanish.
Yeah, I'm working on Spanish right now.
Yeah, and I speak Japanese.
Clueless or Mean Girls? Mean Girls.
Ah, that's hard. I love both.
Favorite Mean Girls quote? Oh my god, there's so many good ones.
She doesn't even go here.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice wig, Janice. What's it made out of? Your mom's chest hair. That's my favorite.
I really like when Regina George says, "You can go shave your back now."
So you can go shave your back now.
That's my favorite.
Bye, Jason. Yeah, that's a good one.
Regina George is the best. I mean, she's iconic.
I mean, like, right? She was a lesbian. Yeah, wow. There's just like a lot of
So many good ones.
classic lines. Oh, that movie's so good.
If you had to swap hairstyles with anyone else on the live, who would you choose? Nick, for sure.
Yeah.
His hair is amazing.
Maybe Jean, because I haven't had like a short bob in a while.
It's just so amazing. Are you a half glass full or half glass empty person?
I think I'm usually a glass half full. You don't think so?
I really think it depends on the situation for almost all people.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like naturally I'm a glass half empty, but I'm trying really hard to be a glass half full. You know? I think I'm cheating.
Like, you've always been really hard on yourself about your career, so you've tend to been a glass half empty person when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But then for a lot of other things, you are very glass half full. Uh-oh.
I feel like am trying to be better about that.
Or the live. Form one out for the live.
Is that Fireball?
No,
What
it's-
advice
Whoa.
would you give your younger self? That's a good one.
I don't know. I think I would.
I always picture like high school age.
You know what is, this doesn't really necessarily answer that question, but I do wish I had formed better habits earlier in my life. Like habits for organization and habits for like non-procrastination. I wish I would have instilled that more in my life earlier, because it's harder now.
Up when you get older.
I think if I had to tell myself one thing, or like give maybe not advice, but I would tell myself. I would probably tell myself, you're gonna make it. It's not gonna be when you would like it to happen, but you will get to where you want to be. So just don't worry about it, because it's gonna happen, even though it's not gonna be when you think it should.
That's good advice. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
That's really beautiful.
Hi, Sleepy. It's almost 12:30.
Sam, do you remember the... Do you have studying tips? Do everything a day... Have everything done a day before the deadline, at least.
I told Samantha my studying tips for her when she was in college, and she hated them.
Was it wearing your cereal
You did?
sweatpants?
Oh no, those are test-taking sweatpants.
Sorry.
And they're not even sweatpants, they're pajamas.
I don't remember your study tips. I don't think I have any to give.
I think I told you that the best way to study, at least this is how I studied all through law school, was I pretended that I had to learn whatever it was I was trying to learn in order to complete like a secret CIA mission, and that doing that was urgent to the protection of our country, and then I would like study like crazy in order to achieve that objective. And it worked really well for me.
That is one way to do it.
It made it interesting in a way that the subject actually wasn't. I felt like I was doing it for a purpose rather than learning.
Sometimes there were a couple classes I had in college that we would get practice tests, or some of the professors would literally, I had one professor that would show us the exact test he was going to give and say, here's the questions. And he would go through each question and be like, this is exactly what you would need to say to get this answer right. And I would write down exactly what he would say, and then I would memorize it like lines in a play.
That's a good idea.
Then I tried to do that for other classes. Cool, this is like the subject, or this is the topic. So if I wanted to answer a question or like write a short essay about this thing, this is what I would write. And I would try and memorize it like lines in a show.
Do you remember that history class you took online in college?
Yeah, that you wrote half of my paper once.
I took an agriculture class online, and he literally did all of it. I just like handed him the computer and was like, here you go. What was the hardest class you took in college? Mine was definitely Brit Lit 2, British Literature 2 was so hard.
My hardest class in college. I had a couple piano courses that were pass fail. I'm not good at playing the piano. That was very frightening for me.
College was definitely econometrics,
I've never
which
heard that word.
that's like modeling for economics, and then it's a lot of calculus. And then law school was federal courts. Hey, someone had a really good question or request, and it was probably meant for Samantha, but I have a good response to it.
Okay.
Someone said, my friends have been trying to get me to pursue a career in performing, but I'm a little nervous to take that leap of faith. Do you have any advice for overcoming those kinds of nerves? And I was just going to say, the business of performing, or even just like performing for fun, you have to want to do it, and it has to be fun to you. Like,
Yeah. If it's something, I would agree. Like, if it's something that like your friends are trying to get you to do, but it's not something that you're like really into or doesn't make you happy or excited when you think about it, don't do it.
But also, like, being doesn't mean that you don't want to do it.
No, I'm just saying, if you want it bad enough, you just have to push through those nerves, and that's the driving force. But you just can't have someone else be your driving force.
Like, also remember earlier when Sam was like, my favorite thing about Jean is that she just like tells you to do it. Like, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know, like, just fucking do it. Like,
yeah, because also
just fucking do it.
I feel like I've also been the kind of person that like to also make myself do things, and I'll only say it to other people when I feel like they need tough love. Like if someone's like, well, I really wish I would wake up and go to the gym at this time, or I wish I could do this thing, or I wish I could change that thing, that I'm like, well, if you really, really wanted to do it, you'd already be doing it.
Yeah.
And I tell myself that a lot, like, oh, if you really wanted to change this, or you really wanted to get better at this, you'd already be doing it. So clearly you don't care that much, which is like the tough love that I give myself. So sometimes I'll say that to other people, like, if you really wanted to do it, you would find a way to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, my therapist taught me this good trick where, like, for something like that, you have to think, like, what is the absolute worst thing that could happen? Like, within a reasonable, like, what is the absolute worst thing that could fucking happen if you decide to go into performance, and then decide if that worst thing is worth taking that risk. Like, is the worst thing that you fail at it? Okay, then like you fucking failed, and then you find something else you like,
or you try again.
It's not life or death. Like,
does the reward outweigh the risk?
Yeah, just like think logically about what the worst thing that could be is, and then like do it anyway. Unless it's like I would literally die, then like don't do it. You know.
To confirm a couple people's suspicions, yes, I was that kid that took a special bus from the junior high every day to take my math and science classes at the high school.
Wow.
That's very smart.
What's your favorite thing about lacrosse, my hometown? So we all have lacrosse experience.
I think someone asked me that before, but
it's a pretty obvious answer.
What?
It's King Street Kitchen.
Oh, see, I said someone asked me that earlier, and I said Phasies.
Or Phasies. They're the same thing. Actually, no, I like King Street Kitchen better.
Oh, I like Phasies better.
Is the shit. Phasies cinnamon rolls? Like, come on, you know?
Like, Phasies is more like you go on Sunday. You know, like, King Street Kitchen, you could go at like 11 o'clock on a Tuesday and have some eggs and bacon.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
People in
There might be an
quarantine are
extra,
giving
but-
me a hard time. Fuck those people.
What?
It's literally quarantine. You literally don't
no,
have to
some,
interact
no,
with...
some people in the queendom.
Oh, I thought you said people like giving you a hard time in quarantine. I was like, literally just don't... Okay, so same thing.
Then
Just,
those
like, don't
people are
fucking
not your
listen to them.
friends.
And also, they're not a part of the queendom if they're fucking being dicks, okay?
That's real.
The queendom only has bad bitches that are kind.
Kind, supportive of other queens. They shine other queens.
Fix.
They make
Fix.
sure that they are on straight.
If
They
they're
make
giving
them
me
feel
shit,
good.
they're not real queens.
If they are not those people, then they are not really part of the queendom.
No.
Positivity only.
They're not, and that's
We lift
literally
each
not
other
up for
up.
debate. Like, you have a literal queen from the queendom here, and she's saying it, and like she makes part of the rules. So like, that's all it is.
I'm outlining the requirements.
So they can suck a dick. That's what I think. How about that? Just fucking do it, Gene Pauly, aka the new title above.
And
Just do it.
and yeah, Matt is a nerd. That's everyone knows that. That's always been a
Bad
thing.
bitches.
Oh, that's the same. Real queens fix each other's crowns. That's it. I
Yeah.
couldn't think of it. Thank you.
Kind bitches that are kind is something I need embroidered and framed. Somebody
Kind
embroider
bitches
it,
that are
and then
kind.
also mail me a copy because I'd love it too.
Kind bitches that are kind.
Kind
I don't-
bitches that are kind.
I don't have a coffee table, so tonight we used my my adjustable exercise bench as a coffee table. It's covered in chips.
I really
Really
want to
crushing
do
it.
musical theater, so I'm gonna go fucking do it after quarantine is over. Yes,
You
You
are.
know what? You can do it during quarantine.
start now.
You can
Don't
do it
wait.
during quarantine. You can put that shit on the internet. You can put it on your Instagram. You can put it on YouTube.
Even if that's too much, like literally just start singing to yourself around the house a little. You know, like learn some monologues. Just like dick around with it. You
Because
know,
who cares? The
fucking
stakes
cares?
are low.
Just dick around with it. Just
dick around with it. You know what I mean? Like, just like
Is it empty?
Matt and Sam, did you write vows for each other at your wedding? How did you go about writing them?
No, we
we
didn't.
didn't write. We didn't do that.
Who? Oh,
So he's
oh,
asking
that's
about
who
vows.
asked. We did not write vows. We got married in a church. So the requirements and like the lines were very specific.
What did y'all get on your SAT? We didn't take the SAT because we're from the Midwest, so we took the ACT.
Honestly, I don't even remember what I got on my ACT.
I didn't take the SATs. I did not need to.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
didn't take
ACT,
the ACTs.
I did take the ACTs.
Yo, Gene could make so much money being a motivational speaker. I mean, look, if y'all want to pay for something, like I'll always charge for it. You know? So like, hit me up, like Gene Pauly. That's my handle. You know?
Yeah.
Where's the coffee table? This is a hype session. Gene is a
I don't
motivational
have a
speaker. I
coffee
stand
table.
gas. I want to study teaching preschool, but I feel like it's not for me. I was pressured to choose it because culture, and I don't know what to do. Okay, listen.
Oh, this is my life.
One of my college degrees is in
Listen.
teaching. It's in English education. Shouldn't have gotten that degree. English education. And I got it because it was something that I really liked to do. And I knew that it would be a nice backup that I would be happy with. So, you got to figure out like whatever it is you want to do. If you're 18, like you're not going to fucking know what you want to do. Like nobody knows what they want to fucking do when they're 18, okay? So just like right now in the moment, do whatever makes you happy. Kind of think long term, like is this something that I could do for the rest of my life and be happy? Is it something that could make me live comfortably, you know, and like support me financially? But like if you don't want to fucking do it, like don't fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like I could never be a fucking preschool teacher. Could never do that. It's
Yeah,
hard.
there's like a lot of things, right? Like that can impact what you do, and sometimes you can feel pretty trapped, right?
Yeah.
Like my job is not super exciting, but like it's a good job and it allows me to live a life that I'm happy with. And like so sometimes even, and Sam talks about this a lot too, you have to be a little diverse in what you do. Like not everyone is going to love their jobs. It's just that's kind of how the world works, but you can find happiness outside of your job, and sometimes your job can allow you to do things that make you happy.
Yeah, that's real.
So like, if you're not like able to do that one thing that you really want to do that as like a hobby, and you can still devote a lot of passion and time to that. Your job is not entirely who you are.
And also, I feel like there's like a lot of pressure on like seniors in high school or like kids in college to like decide what you want to fucking do like right now.
Yeah.
Listen, there's some crazy statistic, like 80% of people don't end up going into the field that their college degree is in.
I know a lot of people that I graduated with that got like a degree in theater and music theater that are doing nothing of the sort.
Right. Nick got one degree in agriculture engineering. He's literally not doing anything with it, but he has a good job that pays him well, that like, well, he kind of likes it, but like, you know. So like, there's just a lot of pressure on young people to decide what you want to do for the next 60 years. Like, that's insane.
Also, like, even if you're like 35 years old and all of a sudden you're like, this doesn't make me happy.
Right.
You're in charge of your own life. You can do whatever you want.
Word.
We talk about that a lot.
Yeah, there's just like, it's just like a social construct that like once you hit 18, you need to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And then you better have that same job when you're 30, and then you better have that job until you're 50 and you retire. It's like, you don't need to do that. Like, just do whatever you want.
At the same time, like, I know a lot of people go into school. Some people have been talking about going to college and not declaring a major.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think it's a good idea to pick something you're interested in, declare a major, and like try and dive into it, and it might tell you what you like. Because sometimes just being undeclared kind of feels scarier. Just pick something and start and see how you feel, and then you can change majors. You don't have to be undeclared. You can kind of be undeclared, but pick something and see if you like it.
Also, being a freshman in college is the best because even if you declare a major, like, you still have to take a lot of general education courses. So like, I took an American Indian Studies course when I was a freshman, and my major was still English education, but I took an American Indian Studies course, like an intro course to fit some thing that I had to fucking complete. And I loved it so much that I went and I got a major in it. So like, even if you don't know what you want to do, you can declare a major and just like try a bunch of general ed classes, and then like if something draws your attention, then like do it for a while.
You can change it.
Yeah, like who cares? Like, I wish I would have done more classes in college that I just thought were cool. Like, there was a rock and roll class that I really wanted to have taken, but I didn't, because I was like, I gotta get this degree, and I gotta get this degree, and like it's really not that deep, you know? Like, who fucking cares? I mean, like, you should care, because like education.
It is 12:40.
That's like kind of late.
I'm sleepy.
Anyway, so like, if you want to pay for a bad bitch lesson,
If you
want to pay for a bad bitch lesson or a bad bitch cameo, like, I don't have my own cameo because I'm literally a nobody, but like, maybe when I'm somebody, you know. College is so stressful. It is, but like, it's not that deep. You know what I mean? Like, like, some people don't go to college at all. Like, it's just a very ingrained social construct in the U.S. that like,
that you have to go to college in order to like get a good job. And
yeah, and like, I think I loved college. I loved going to college.
Oh, I did too. I liked college like for the experience, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Do I think that I really needed to go to do what I'm doing now? No.
Yeah, but like, it's fun. It's fun. I love learning. I love learning. If I could go to college for the rest of my life, I fucking would, because I love it. But like, don't feel like it's like the fucking final nail in your coffin. Like, it's literally another 4 years of your life that like.
Yeah, you should at least enjoy it.
It's just like high school. Remember how high school didn't matter at all? Because it's trash.
College. I love high school.
Ugh. Zoom bad bitch lessons? Okay, y'all, go to my page. Sign up. At Jane Pauly.
Well, it's late.
It is late. I need to take
this
amazing makeup off.
You know what's crazy? We've maintained our viewership this whole time.
Oh, that's bad.
That's so true.
It's so much earlier than typically when we sign off.
Santa Jean, both seem like you're in extremely solid relationships. How did you get to that space with your partner?
I honestly don't know. I feel like when you end up with somebody for a long time, it's just because that like things are already in a great place. Like people fight, and you know, like you have things to talk about, and like, and you learn things about each other. But I feel like from the get go, you kind of know, like, oh yeah, like this is a good.
Yeah.
But it's also, let me say this, I think a big thing is communicating, like being honest with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick and I have been dating. We've been dating for like 12 years. So like ours was kind of easy because like we literally started dating when we were like 15 and we like grew up together. So I think it was very easy for us to like grow up together and like grow according to each other. Do you know what I mean? Like so that was pretty easy because like I knew him from the beginning, and so I knew like everything that was happening in his life and like the things that he felt throughout his whole life, and there was really no like baggage or like things that I didn't know. So I don't know. Yeah, like honesty, open communication, like you gotta start from the beginning, and also like you gotta be upfront about what you want, because you don't want to be like 4 years into a relationship and they're like, I want kids, and you're like, I never want kids, and like you don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
You know?
It all boils down to communication.
How do we have such a great sister relationship?
I don't know. We just don't really care about it a lot.
Yeah, we truly don't. So
I
I think it's time.
think it's time. Don't worry, everyone. I'll still post onto my story a good night dancing clip that I'll make these two be a part of.
I literally don't want to do this.
We're gonna do it.
I have to burp again.
Not to this song.
Why? This is a good song. It's a cover.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, y'all. It's been real. Oh, someone's doing my Q&A tomorrow. Yay! Exciting! I can't wait. I'm excited.
Oh my god, I want to submit a question. I didn't know you were doing Q&A.
It's a Zoom like.
Do I have to pay for it?
Yes. Well, I think it's full.
But like, is it full for me?
I mean, you can like sit in this room.
I don't want to do that. I want to submit a question.
I'm doing it with Abby. Abby and I are doing it. Anyway,
Whatever.
good night, everyone. It's been real.
Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Love ya.
Bye.
Love ya.
We'll
See you
talk
guys.
to all of you later. Thanks for joining us. It's been another grand Saturday night full of wigs and alcohol.
We'll be doing it again soon.
So we'll see everyone soon. Goodbye.